Hello, hello, Facebook family. How are you today? Happy Monday. It's the start of the new week. I'm going to give everybody just a moment to hop on. So as you guys hop on, I would like for you to drop some comments below, show me some hearts, give me some love. And just tune in. I've got a really great message today. I really felt pumped up about going live and speaking to everyone and saying hi and just sharing some new information. So certainly I'm going to go ahead and invite just a few people here while we're waiting. Let's see. I know some people may be at work, but for those of you that are not, you can catch the live replay, or catch the replay. You can put hashtag replay. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Getting some of my ladies online here. So typing some. How are you guys today? The weather is beautiful here in Florida. And my message really is for my fans here in the Central Florida region, because those are the people I can serve live in person. I do offer virtual coaching for holistic living, but I've got some amazing new announcements for here locally. So I'm just going to go ahead and, I've got a few people here that are now invited. So there we go. All right. Okay, so thank you for joining me, everybody. So hi, Kristen. Hi, Jason. How are you today? So I wanted to hop on today because I really felt compelled to get on and talk about the topic for my Facebook Live today was don't become unrecognizable. I don't know if you guys had seen my Facebook stories, but I posted a picture today of Kim Kardashian and she was with Madonna, and the caption was, I don't know who the blonde Asian lady is, but Cher looks amazing. And I just really felt compelled to share that just because so many people are modifying their appearance today, and it kind of starts out with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then it snowballs, and next thing you know, you've lost your natural appearance, and then you become unrecognizable. And this is something I'm really, really passionate about in the beauty industry. And today you're going to want to stay till the end, because I'm going to have some secrets for you, some gifts available, information I want to share. And, I'm just super pumped up and super excited. So you can probably feel my energy coming through. But I'll tell you, I became passionate about natural beauty years ago. And there was a time that even 10 years ago, I was working as a professional makeup artist, and my niche had always been really catering to the mature woman, to the professional woman that needed to look rested, refreshed, rejuvenated, and really just look like their natural selves. That was always my forte. And there were times, especially with highlighting and contouring, when that became really popular with makeup, that girls would come to me and ask me for that, or brides, or whatever that may be. And I would say, well, you've got the wrong makeup artist, because that wasn't the style of makeup that I do. And it's the same thing when it comes to beauty treatments. I believe that beauty should enhance your life and make you feel better and make you feel good about yourself. It should not be something that you entertain because of self-loathing, because there's something that you don't like about yourself, or that you're just simply, that you're willing to cut, poke, and prod in order to try to change about yourself. We all have unique identifying characteristics, and sometimes what we perceive as a flaw is just that. That's our unique characteristic, right? And one of the things I always admired about old Hollywood, if you look back at the time where there was Marilyn Monroe, Audrey Hepburn, Elizabeth Taylor, Sophia Loren, they were all absolutely gorgeous, and they all look distinctly different. And so it's so interesting to see this evolution within the beauty industry where everybody is mimicking each other and trying to look like one another. And some of the makeup artists that I follow in major markets, New York and California and everything, so many of them look so similar. It looks like there's a factory in the back manufacturing chicks. I've always said that. I find it to be very interesting that people would want to, emulate one another rather than just embracing their own unique characteristics. But I'm here to say that there's a better way. And so my personal opinion is that you want to be your best, most youthful, most beautiful self. But don't change your appearance and don't try to look like anyone else. There is a point of no return. And when it comes to a lot of cosmetic procedures, injectables, and surgery, when used properly and when used conservatively, you can achieve amazing results. What I'm not liking is the overuse of these particular, treatments and everything, because of whether it's toxic chemical exposure, whether it's having foreign substances in your body that could reject or compromise your immune system, or, just simply making women look more chiseled and more hardened rather than their soft, pretty, beautiful selves. Hey, Kama, so good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. So I'm missing you too. She's another one of the goddesses out there that I follow and I check in with. So I'm always happy to have a party, right? So anyways, I have seen some amazing things, and I'll give you a couple of examples. When it comes to things like injectables, when used correctly, I have seen it to be used for correction. I have seen it used conservatively where it softens the appearance, but it's not really noticeable. I've seen it used, fillers to maybe correct the symmetry on the bridge of the nose rather than going through rhinoplasty. See, that's a scenario where I'm like, hey, that's a good use of that, so rather than going under the knife, because that's a pretty brutal procedure, then, being able to just kind of even out the aesthetics of it, I think is a really good option. But what I'm seeing is the overuse. I'm seeing girls as early in their 20s, going in and they're being told they should go in on a quarterly basis for maintenance or for preventative care, when really the preventative maintenance is good diet, omega-3 fatty acids to help fuel the building blocks of the skin and balance the oil production and keep everything plump and supple. Avoiding a lot of smoking, sun damage, drinking too much. There's a lot of things that contribute to that. Whereas I feel that it's a little bit excessive to give a 19-year-old a retinol and start peeling off layers of her skin, or injecting, young women in their 20s on a quarterly basis. I feel that's excessive. But what I will tell you is that if used conservatively, it can yield good results. But what is really a little disturbing to me, and I'll just kind of put this out there, is when I'm seeing more people have reactions to things. More people are getting, I'm seeing more reactions of redness, inflammation, itching in the injection site, having to ice, and then just even, that point of no return where you have lost your natural appearance and you can't go back. And, seeing people that were beautiful to begin with, and then seeing them maybe a year later and their appearance has entirely changed because they've just chiseled out their cheekbones, and they've elongated their chin, so now their face is a triangle, whereas before it was a little, it just, or Spock eyebrows. I had to tell a girlfriend I'm in New York, I went up to visit, and I leaned across the table and I was like, honey, you got to come clean with me. Like, how many injectables do you have in your face? And she's like, well, the lips. And I'm like, okay, I noticed the lips. And she's like, the cheeks. I'm like, okay, I didn't notice the cheeks. She goes, why did you ask? And I said, because your eyebrows look a little angry. You need to slow down. She had the hookup. She was selling advertising to plastic surgeons and dermatologists at the time. So it's like, okay, just because you got the hookup doesn't mean you should. You need to slow down. I love you enough to tell you. So anyways, back to my subject, really this is fueling the evolution of my business. And the way in which I'm growing is I always look at how can I get results with the body, but be more gentle and loving on the body, right? And some of that stuff I think should just be used as a last resort. And the natural stuff does not have the same marketing machine behind it that medical has. And medical is perceived as the highest level of professionalism in the industry. But, you know, as we know, if you're familiar with the FDA and everything else, they haven't been doing that good of a job of protecting us. I'm just saying. So it really has fueled my passion to look at what else can I do? How else can I serve women? How else can I serve my clients and give them results, but do so in a loving way so they're honoring their body temple. They're not compromising their bodies. They're not compromising their immune system. They're not adding trauma and injury to the body, especially my breast cancer survivors. Those that have had a lumpectomy or mastectomy, we do not need to be cutting and putting more plastics in them, you know, after they've been through so much already. Like, there are other options and other ways, and a lot of times they're just not educated and they just don't know. So as I've been looking, I'm like, okay, how can I take what I'm doing now and do more? Hi, Anna, it's so good to see you. You know, come on, I agree with you. The young Kardashians were so beautiful to begin with, and now it's like they're morphing into looking like their sisters. But then, you know, some of the sisters are starting to get to that tipping point where they no longer look like themselves, you know. And for me, as a parent of a teenage daughter, you know, I've got an 18-year-old daughter that I told her growing up to never cover her freckles because they were angel kisses, and she still today doesn't wear makeup. So for me to, condone or push or nudge an already beautiful girl to modify her appearance to look like other members of the family, I think psychologically that's not the healthiest. Mindset, really. They're really shifting and changing their appearance, and and our value is not tied up in our appearance. Let's just be honest here. We do want to look our best, and we want beauty to radiate from within, but it is an inside job. So anything beauty-wise should complement and enhance that beauty that's already there, not morph. Now, listen, if you've got an injury, if you've got some sort of an abnormality, there are times where, when used properly, it's warranted. But don't take a perfectly beautiful child and then just entirely change her. So I feel pretty passionate about that. But so some of the things I'm looking at, I always look at what Europe is doing. Europe is ahead of the curve. They, have much higher standards than we have in the United States for everything, from the ingredients in products and cosmetics to their food chain supply to, all of their, medical devices and things like that. And so I look at European technology and say, how can I get results but do better? So by adopting additional technology, which is coming soon, I'm super excited. I'm going to be having a launch party, big open house here in Orlando coming up on February 14th, Valentine's Day, which is Galentine's Day, because in downtown Orlando and the surrounding areas, we have a lot of boss babes, a lot of really beautiful women. I'm going to be having an open house all day for people to come and stop in and, be giving away gifts and prizes and have champagne, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So what I've been looking at is adopting additional technology that is going to give me even more versatility. I'm going to be able to serve more and support even more. So everybody right now, I'll give you a few examples. Everybody right now is on the collagen bandwagon, which collagen is extremely important. I'm a proponent of that. That's great. But the one thing nobody's talking about is elastin. Elastin is a basic building block of the skin, and I could probably do a whole other video on that. I'm not going to get too deep in it, but when it comes to the connective tissue and actually reconnecting your skin, especially when you have loose, sagging skin, that is a huge bonus. So it's not just a matter of building the collagen, you need the elastin. They work together, right? So the other cool thing that I'm going to be able to do here soon is I will have technology that I can, for those of you that do have breast implants or injectables, some people are still going to want that as part of their regimen, but I will actually be able to treat over those areas, which is really exciting, which has been a limitation for me before. Because I've been using a technology that is cold, those synthetic materials don't respond well to the cold. It can crystallize. You have to wait, a certain period of time when it comes to injectables. But for breast implants, for those that want a non-surgical breast lift, then I'm going to be able to do that for them now without having to worry about any type of a thermal response. I'm gonna try not to get too technical with it. I'm a nerd, so I get geeked out on how all this stuff works, but I'll keep it simple just for everybody else. But it's great. So if somebody just needs a little lift just to perk the girls up a little bit, and they already have breast implants, I will be able to treat them. With the injectables, I will be able to do non-surgical facelift, tightening, lifting of the eyes and everything over the injectables, non-invasively, non-surgically, over what they've done. There's gonna be no compromise whatsoever, which is super, super exciting. You know, and here's what I tell my ladies that do want to have their injectables, is that by doing non-invasive modalities in between to boost your collagen, elastin, and tighten and tone and firm the skin, you can actually prolong the time that you need between those injectables, and you'll require less product. So if you're looking to kind of dial it back, be a little more conservative, then this is a great way to complement what you're already doing and then give you less exposure. And I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I'm a chicken. I don't like needles. So the more I can stay away from needles, then the happier I am. So, you know, these new technologies, another thing too that's going to be really cool is I'm going to be able to do more targeted areas. So for people that just need, yes, forehead wrinkles, stretch marks, cellulite, yes, I'm going to be able to treat all of that. I'm already treating that now. It's just I'm taking it a step further. This is going to take it to the next level. I'm so excited because I'm just going to be, what it's going to mean for you as the consumer is you're going to get more results, there's more flexibility and versatility, and you'll get it in faster time. So, you know, everybody wants transformational results in a fraction of the time, right? You're making an investment. It's like, okay, how quickly can we get this going? You know, like this has been bothering me for several years. And no matter how much you diet, exercise, and work out, there's just some problem areas that doesn't address, unfortunately, because it has to do with the structure and function of your skin. It's the largest organ on your body. So I'm getting more requests for knee lifts. I'm getting more requests for tummy tightening. You know, I have some ladies that they got abs under there, but after having a couple kids, the skin is just loose or disconnected. Arm lifts. Hi Sherry, thanks for joining us. You know, but I'm going to be able to do more targeted treatments just with the eyes. If you have old hands, I will admit, this is a little confession on my part. When I was growing up, they marketed tanning beds to us as a safe alternative to the sun, and I lived here in Florida, and I did both. If you saw pictures of me in my 20s, I was brown, and I'm not a brown person, I'm a Caucasian person, and I'm looking back now, and I'm like starting to see these little spots come up and wrinkles in my hands, and I'm like, you know, what gives away a woman's age, right? Like usually her neck, her chest, and her hands. So I'm going to be able to do treatments. You know, I already can treat this area, but the hand and foot rejuvenation is going to be really exciting. Saggy knees. We live in shorts here in Florida, and in fact, right now it's January. It's great weather for the beach. It's a little chilly, but you know, we like to be in sandals and flip-flops and shorts and everything all of the time. So you know, and lastly, one of the things too that I can do, which is going to really enhance results, you know, because I've been doing slimming of the body and killing off fat cells, and you know, those fat cells die, they flush out through the lymphatic system, and now with the newer technology, I'm going to be able to do lymphatic drainage. It is going to take everything to the next level to make everything happen so much faster, because some of my people, they're already exercising or whatever, but sometimes their lymphatic system might be a little compromised. So by being able to couple what I'm already doing to help with the slimming and getting rid of, you know, those stubborn pockets of fat and everything, now I'll be able to help them with the flushing of that fat even faster. So again, better results, much faster time frame. It's going to be really exciting. And yeah, you know, I would be afraid to get Botox and everything after cancer. I you know, am a big fan of like PRP and PRF. Even if somebody really does want or need fillers, you know, if you can find a practitioner in your area that actually can draw your blood and take the plasma and actually use that instead, then you're bypassing using synthetic chemicals, and you can get really great results. I've even seen it in cases of using filler, in the behind instead of doing liposuction and fat transfers. I've seen it used in the breasts, even for women that have saline implants to help soften the appearance on the top ridge of the breast implants, so it gives it a more natural appearance. So there's a lot of flexibility there. Yes, come on. I'm more than happy to share with you any information I have on that, because once you survive cancer, you definitely don't want to do anything that's going to compromise your health. Beauty, we want beauty and anti-aging, but not at the expense of our health, for sure. So like I said, what this means is I'm going to get more transformational results, less time. I'm going to have more flexibility, and I'm just really excited about it. So like I mentioned before, my big announcement, I'm having an open house on February the 14th. I'm going to be having gifts, prizes, amazing savings available, Galentine's. So details are coming for that here soon. However, just imagine all of these little things that maybe are problem areas for you. If you've been considering non-surgical, non-invasive, like waist slimming, cellulite reduction, arm slimming, tightening, toning, breast lift, neck lift, face lift, butt lift, whatever it may be, just imagine how you would feel if you were able to address it with no pain, no surgery, no downtime, no exposure to toxic chemicals, and at the end of the day, you're not going to walk out of my office looking weird. So that's something I'm very proud to say. Hi, Suzanne. Thank you for joining us. If you guys are dropping in the middle, you're definitely going to want to go back and see the replay and put #replay in the comments. But yeah, at the end of the day, I want women to look rested, refreshed, rejuvenated, like just their best, beautiful selves naturally. And I don't want them to look weird. And, that's my concern. You may look good for 5 years, you may look good for 10 years, but, I'm starting to get more women coming into my office saying, I don't want to look like those ladies down in South Florida. And not to knock my ladies in South Florida, but it's those major markets. You got Miami, you got California, and when you see the overuse of cosmetic procedures and injectables, then we're seeing the repercussions of that. I mean, if they're seeing pictures of Madonna and Kim Kardashian, and they're like, that blonde Asian lady, I'm not sure who she is, but Cher looks great. Okay, like we got a problem here. So, anyways, I will be announcing this. I have opened up my calendar for a few spaces this week. I'm accepting complimentary consultations tomorrow and Thursday. For those who do go ahead and book complimentary consultations and packages, you will receive an early bird savings since you are getting in before my open house launch on February 14th. Not only are you going to get the benefit of an amazing value and amazing savings, it's going to give you access to all the different technologies that I'm integrating into my practice that are non-invasive, healthy for you, that are going to give you results without any pain or downtime or anything else, but you'll also get a bonus treatment with your package valued at up to $350. So for those of you that are interested in exploring further, personally message me to apply. I have 3 packages available, and I will be able to treat the entire body. I mean, if some women want a total body makeover, we can map out an action plan. We will start with the first 2 areas of concern that are at the top of your priority list, and we will just work through that, because my experience has been is once we've gotten started and gotten results in certain areas, then they get excited about moving to the other areas because they've seen the results. But I have amazing savings for those that are just like, sign me up. Yes, I want a total woman makeover for 2020. Then I will work with you and partner with you on that. And it's going to be amazing, because what's beautiful is you can come to my office before work or on your lunch break or whatever, even after work. And if you have a date that night or you have an event this weekend or whatever, it's not going to interrupt your life. It's not going to disrupt your life, because there's no downtime, no tenderness, no bruising, no pinching, no clamping, none of that. You're going to be able to go about your life, go about your day looking and feeling fabulous. I love it when a lady comes to my office, we do a little waist slimming or whatever, and she puts on her dress, and then she like kind of does a sachet chante out of my office because her dress fits better. You know, she's like, I'm going on my date. I'm feeling good now. You know, and so many of my ladies come to me and nobody has to know their little secrets. So they come to me, but you know, their lovies and their sweethearts don't necessarily have to know what their secret weapon is, right? So they go and they've got their little, you know, swagger going on when they leave my office, and which is very attractive, by the way. You know, men love it when when a lady has a little swagger, and they don't have to know the reason why. All they need to know is that you look and feel beautiful, right? So anyways, definitely message me for more information or to schedule your complimentary consultation, submit an application, and we can get you in the office this week so you can take advantage of the early bird savings. And yes, thanks, Kama. Yes, hi, Michelle Burkett. I'm going to be wrapping up this video, but I'm so excited to share with you, you know, because I can just be at a higher level of service. I am transitioning, I am up-leveling, I am doing more, I'm supporting more, I'm providing more, and that's what it's all about, right? We get a calling placed on our life to be of service to love and humanity, and if I'm able to do so and support women in looking and feeling beautiful, but doing so in a loving way that's not gonna injure their bodies, then I've found my place in the world. So thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys, and I wouldn't be here without you. And stay tuned for more information and more photos. Take care, guys. Have a great week.